Kimichan kasya kamaya. Desiring what? For fulfilling what desire? Can a man of realization who is awakened to the real, the truth, must fatten his body and look after his comforts? For what? He has awakened. He knows that he is not the body. It is all one Brahmamayam Jagat. When he has thus realized it, directly experienced it himself, to such an individual, kasya kamaya, for whose desire? Because the ego is not there. Kimichan, desiring what? How can he desire when he is experiencing absolute bliss? If there is a lack of anything, then you can desire for that. But when you are infinitely blissful, how can you?
Ajnana hridaya granthehe vinasho yadyasheshataha anichor vishayah kimnu pravritteh karanam swatah.
Ajnana hridaya grandhi, the knots of the heart, the limitations that you feel as a limited ego, the inhibitions of the mind and intellect, hridaya grandhi, bondages. You are shackled by these inhibitions, born out of the ajnana, the non-apprehension of reality. That is me is not understood. Therefore, desires arise, mind is agitated, and the body is sweating and toiling all the time in order to fulfill those desires. So, avidya, kama, karma are the three knots of the heart. When this ajnana hridaya grandhehe vinasho yad asheshataha, when it is totally, without any shesha baki, when it is totally nasha ended, when will it end? When avidya is ended, the non-apprehension is ended, you have apprehended the reality, therefore non-apprehension ended, therefore there is no more any desire, therefore no more agitations or no more physical activities. Having woken up from the dream, can you function in the dream again? That non-apprehension that I am the waker is ended. All the dream and the dream's duties and work and desires and plans and schemes that you had as a dreamer, all of them dropped out immediately. Anichor vishayak kimnu. An individual who has thus no more any desire for the sense objects to possess, to earn, to aggrandize, to indulge in, to embrace and to enjoy, that desire is not there. Ichha, desire to possess them and complete his happiness, is no more in him. Pravrte karanam swatah. Where is any karanam, any cause for his pravrti? Pravrti there, work. Work meaning egocentric, desire-prompted activities will not be. He will keep on working, which is the expression of life through him. But every action of his will be without ego, without desire. Without a desire and ego, why should he work? Concretization of his infinite love for the world. He is a mass of love. When you say he is a mass of bliss, he is Brahman, he is the one and infinite, he himself realizes all the other names and forms are nothing but himself in different forms. Just as your leg and your hand. Hand is not the leg, leg is not the hand in shape, in form, in function. And yet, both of them are me. And therefore, when the leg is paining, will not the hand go there and massage it? Huh? Will the hand say that, what will you give me? Why should I massage you, massage yourself? No. Huh? If you say that your leg is paining, I say that kisi ke paas jao. I have got work, I am busy. You can say that, but your own hand. Your hand goes, why? The hand loves the leg, means the hand knows that the leg is me in another form. When a master, after realizing the truth, realized that all that he sees is all nothing but he, the consciousness, in different forms, what will be his relationship with the world outside? It will be your relationship between your hand and your leg, your teeth and your tongue. Kabhi, the chutney. So mummy asked, what is the matter? Nahi, kuch nahi. Kuch nahi means, I beat my own tongue. Will I say that, no, bring a stone? I may teach these teeth not to bite the tongue. No, no punishment. The teeth says, I am sorry, and the tongue says, never mind. Actually crushed. But you know, because I know that both of them are me. Once you know that the whole world is yourself, the whole universe is yourself, where can there be any desire for anything? And therefore, where is any occasion to continue work with sweat and toil and worry and anxiety? You do as much as you can. And the other little ones all around will say that, no, not necessary, Swamiji. Don't say no. That is the time when you have to play the part of the cracked pot. So I should not do it. Oh, it is not necessary, it is not very difficult. And in 2 minutes' time, forget what he has said. Continue your work. You see, it is always in the world the same. Try to, what? Because your intention and motive is only to help others. Thus, where can there be any more in such a man of perfection? Any action prompted by ego and egocentric desires. Pravritti karanam kuda vasana.
Vasananudayo bhogye vairagyasya tadavadhihi aham bhavodaya bhavaha bodhasya paramavadhihi लीन वृत्तेरनुत्पत्तिः मर्यादोपरतेस्तु सा.
The question is again, the question arises only at the intellectual level. You and I are not trying to experience the higher. The student is trying to understand everything by the intellect. Though the teacher every 20 minutes says that it cannot be understood by the intellect. He says, why are you repeating? That I understood. Now I want to know. Naturally you will say, because all that you can know is only through the intellect. So it is beyond the intellect. Intellect cannot know it. Understood, Swamiji. So many times you repeat unnecessarily. I know the intellect cannot reach there. You can never understand with the intellect the higher reality. Understood. Now I want to know. He doesn't understand the click, the confusion. Now the teacher says, so then the question, the intellect wants to know, Swamiji, when can I say that I have reached the highest? When can I say that the vairagya in me is fulfilled? Vivek has been fulfilled. Knowledge has been gained. How can I say? Who will tell me that you have reached? How am I to know? Unfortunately, when you realize the truth, you don't develop a horn. Then it is easy. Whenever you meet a Swami, all that you want is only a tape. Oh, it's only 9 inches. I have seen bigger ones. I mean, hair, horns, tape. The nose becomes a red. Swamiji, turn this side. Oh, you have realized one. Why? The nose is really red. Nothing. He is just as any other individual. How am I to know? I, as a spiritual seeker and trying to reach it, how am I to know? Here you are the stanza. Vasana anudaya. When vasanas are no more born, even though you are living in the world, acting in it, but there is no vasana created. The actions are done. There is neither ego nor selfish desire, and therefore no more new vasanas are created. Bhogye in bhoga. While you are living in the world, enjoying and meddling with the world of plurality. Not that you are run away from the world into the caves of the Himalayas, but while living in the world as a normal human being, eating and drinking, laughing and smiling, doing everything that others are doing, normal human being. Bhoge, in the various bhoga, contact with the objects of the world outside, vairagyasya tadavadhi, the most distant frontiers of what vairagya can take you is that in spite of the fact that you are living a normal human life as any other individual, and yet no vasanas are created. Why? Because in all your actions, the ego and egocentric desires do not play at all. Vairagyasya tada avadhi. Avadhi, the outermost frontiers of vairagya. Vairagya can take you up to that point wherein thereafterwards that virakta purusha, whatever he does in the world outside, there is no desire. Why no desire? Ego is surrendered to the Lord. And such an individual has fulfilled vairagya, or vairagya is fulfilled in him. Aham bhavodaya abhave. When in an individual this aham bhav, the idea that I am the ego, this jiva, the limited individuality, abhava, it never rises in him. Bodhasya paramavadhi. When will you stop thinking that you are the dreamer? When you awoken. So long as in the dream you cannot. You are Mr. Dreamer. But the moment you woke up, that I am the ego, I am the dreamer, ends by itself. Similarly, I am the body, mind and intellect attitude called the ego, the jiva. Consciousness caught up in the web of thoughts is the ego. When no more the ego asserts, meaning you have awakened to the higher state of consciousness, the thoughts have ceased. The mind and intellect is no more, the consciousness conditioned by the mind are no more you. You are the consciousness. This is Paramavadhi, the highest and the topmost reaction to man of wisdom who has the vidya, the knowledge of the higher reality. So, Vairagyasya, the Vairagya takes you up to, or the touchstone of Vairagya is Vasana Anudaya. Vasana doesn't form. Shankara in the Parakaya Pravesha, he had to enter into the body of a king who had just died and lived in the family in that with the queens. He lived. And after about 3 months, he had told his disciples that in 3 months' time, if I don't come, please come and wake me up, because the Maya is such a thing. Even Shankara got established there. Though the wife, the queen, had a doubt. This guy is behaving with me differently from the old husband. Is he all right? Is this the old husband itself? It looks like that sort of thing. So then the disciples got out and started singing pure Vedanta. Walked along the street to the palace, in front of the palace, singing loudly that the what, not the body or the mind or the intellect, the what, that's. When he heard that, the old Vasana Vedanta came up. The temporary hallucination of Maya gone. The king lay down and never got up. Shankara's body, which has been preserved, started rising up. Shankara said, "Thank you, disciples. Hum to chakkar mein tha. Had you not come and saved me? Now I don't know whether I saved you or you saving me. Anyway, let us say it is a cooperative effort. Thank you that he came out." The idea is that once you identify with the body, however jnani you may be, if you identify with it, avidya, kama, karma, start working. You are caught up in the web. Sense of holiness are gone, and you start behaving silly, not holy. You start silly, running after the sense object and thinking that this is all life is. So Paramavati, jnanam, knowledge, when it comes, aham bhava, never uditam, never rises up in you, is bodhasya paramavati. Now, leena vrittir anutpattihi, when a vritti or the thoughts have been quieted, in you and I, relatively be quieted. But Swamiji, what is the use? Last week it was beautiful meditation. This week, I don't dare go to the meditation because all kind of funny thoughts, dirty thoughts, filthy thoughts, sensuous thoughts are coming up. Swamiji, I am fallen. Ooh. The filth and the dirt in you has to come out. There is no other way. You pushed it in, and you have to bring it out. In the villages, every house has got its own cattle, and the cattle is to be fed on water. But the liquid, or the kanji and the rice cooked and all that, is when you have to give to the, to the cattle. The cattle is a cattle. They eat exactly as the delegates eat. in that frantic excitement of eating, they spill all over. Excitement. So when the buffaloes come together, 2, 3 of them together trying to drink the maximum by quickly drinking, and then almost they feel stoked, and therefore they lift their mouth, and then they fight among themselves, and invariably that mud pot, big mud pot, they push, and it is possible that it will be toppled and all the liquid will go into the earth, Mother Earth. To avoid that, they generally fix this mud pot in a masonry work, so that even though they may kick it, it will not fall down. There is no other way. Have you seen that in our dining hall also? Here a glass fell down, there a plate fell down, isn't it? Why? It is not kept in masonry work. And they will immediately say, sorry. And the whole place is water flowing this way, lassi flowing this way, that way. So whenever you hear that sound, immediately remember, cattle shed. Now they put it there. Now, today they have drunk and gone. Tomorrow, again, they pour the water. But before pouring it, they want to clean it. It is not clean. Dust and other things must have come. How can you clean it? You pour half a bucket of water, shake it. Then you can't topple it because it is in masonry work, fixed. So with a coconut shell or a dabba, you slowly lift it. Each spoonful or plate, dabba full, will have to come from the bottom with all the dirt up to the rim of the pot and then poured out, isn't it? Your mind is fixed up in the masonry work or the Annamaya Kosha. So you can't pour it out. Though the poets say that I poured out my mind at her feet, it's all absurd. It cannot. Maybe the whole masonry also fell down. Mind cannot be poured out. Then how can I clean my mind? Pour out Ram, 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 Ram into it. Brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani. Brahma tattvamasi. I am that Brahman, Brahman. Pour into it. Then the water will come out. Scoop it out and throw it away. Meaning, the dirt that is in it will have to come to the surface and then you pour out. There is no other way. So when you are doing sadhana, there are moments when all your old agitations will come in, things that you thought you have forgotten as emerge out and disturb you. Generally, one who has no guidance from any teacher, they get excited, worried, and then they become crazy. I have fallen. You are not fallen. It is a thing to be congratulated. I am thinking the most vulgar thoughts nowadays. Why? I am so happy. Because these vulgar thoughts that I had before, the old vasanas are there, slowly emerging out. Once you have taken the spiritual path, have the faith and the strength of belief that I am on the path. Nahi kalyana krit kaschit durgadim tadagachat. Faith. I am on the right path. How can I fall? Where will I fall? Brahman is all pervading. How can I fall in Brahman? Can a wave fall away from the ocean? When a child is being played by mother and father and then throw the child up. Ha ha, baby, baby. Poor child thinks, I am going to fall down. You will never fall. Unless it is a stepfather who is throwing. Then he moves out. Or it is a Jew. The Jew teaches the children the same way. He puts him on a chair, table, and says, baby, jump, jump. And he jumps. And the father catches him, keeps him there. Come on, baby! Jumped. 3, 4, 5 times jumped, and now the child is fully confident. What? Daddy will catch me, ready to jump. And the 6th time when he is jumping, the father steps 1 step backward. The fellow father. Arey beta, never believe even your father. They go throughout your life. In business, never believe. Once, twice, okay, it may happen. But the 3rd time, they will not catch you. Therefore, never believe anyone, including your father. Okay? Next time when you say, Papa, Papa, come on, beta, come on, beta. This is how the Jews teach the younger generation to live a hard life of business. Now, why did I say that? So that the dirt and the filth have to come out. Once you have surrendered to him and decided to live the spiritual path, there is no return. You can't. So then, when such thoughts rise, anulpanna, when once you have given up that thought, it doesn't rise up again. This is uparate stusa, the highest point of uparam. When the mind is withdrawn from the sense objects, because you have no more interest, thereafter you will find that whatever thoughts that rise and you are trying to quieten them, the quietened thoughts will never more arise. And that is the highest reward, the highest point of uparam, practice of uparam, self-withdrawal.
ब्रह्माकारतया सदा स्थिततया निर्मुक्तबाह्यार्थधीः अन्यावेदितभोग्यभोगकलनः निद्रालुवत् बालवत् स्वप्नालोकितलोकवत् जगदिदम् पश्यन् क्वचिल्लब्धधीः आस्ते कश्चिदनन्तपुण्यफलभुक् धन्यः समान्यो भुवि.
Again, poetry. Here in this section, the student's doubt is, I may not realize Swamiji, maybe, because it's very difficult. I think there is no God in me, but whatever, I will try my level. But I have not got any confidence in myself that I will realize it. But, Swamiji, there are so many who move about in the world, Mahatmas, Mahapurushas, realized. मेरा काम बन चुका, They shamelessly say also, Mera kaam ban chuka. My job is done. Meaning, I have highest realization. But don't ask him when. 23rd September. How? In the afternoon I was sitting down when God, unexpected guest, banged into me. Now that he has come, I said, okay, how are you? And then God went away. I had. That's all topic. The student wants to know, what is the touchstone? How am I to know that Mr. A is a realized one? And B is not realized yet. How am I to know? Here you are, the signs of a man of perfection. So in case you want to cheat others as a man of perfection, you must learn all these and so that even a knowledgeable man of wisdom or knowledge, book knowledge, will say that yes, I think he is a realized one. Why? He has got all the properties of a realized state. What are these? It's being explained. Bahyakarataya sadasthitataya. He remains in this world, not with a pair of wings. Why? Angel. He has got always a crown with peacock tail. Why? Krishna himself. Bahya akara, akara form, as exactly his son, his father of his son, and son of his father, he remains exactly as it is. No difference at all. Sada sitataya nirmukta bahyarthadhi. Then what is his qualification? His dhi buddhi is nirmukta, totally liberated from bahyartha. Whenever you sit down, what do? What are your thoughts? Only on objects of the outer world. When you are conscious of the objects of the outer world, thoughts are there. A man of perfection sits down. Switch it off from the entire world of objects outside. His thought is only on Narayana. The subject, Bahyartha Dhi. That buddhi, his buddhi is not gushing out to acquire, possess and embrace or attachment to the things of the world outside, the pluralistic world. Anyavedita bhogya bhoga kalana. And then Swamiji, if you go on sitting down, what will happen? Don't worry. But what about food and anya, others? Bhogya padartha kalana. Though that which is brought to him by others, he doesn't run away from it, he accepts it. Bahya vedita bhogya vastus, outside, from others, anya. Others knowing that, oh, the Mahatma is sitting here, let us feed him a little. He must be hungry. And he brings him. And he says, good, Narayana, Narayana. Takes it. Bhoga kalana. How does he eat? Nidravat, nidraluvat, balavat. Typical example. You also were children before, isn't it? Having to next day morning complain to the mummy, you never gave me milk. Oh! Mera beta, I gave you milk. And you drank it completely. And then you went to sleep. In sleep, a mother can wake you up and give you milk. In sleep, you drink. And in sleep, you continue sleeping. And next day morning you complain, you never did it. See? The night a telephone was coming, I was expecting it and I slept. And then next day morning, the rascal has not phoned up and I asked him to phone up. No, he phoned up. I took the phone and he said that no, you could not get it. And therefore I said, why should I wake you up and say that you could not get it? I said, today morning I will disappoint you. In the night let him sleep comfortably. You did not hear the telephone. Many of you never hear the alarm clock. Meditation class alarm clock. I think I heard it. No, I don't think so. I never heard it. Alarm clock did not ring. What about the pulling the water in the various... You never heard? Nothing I heard. Think. Any amount of noise around, when you are sleeping you don't hear. Just as an individual who has been woken up from the sleep and fed or given something and then he sleeps, but he is continuing the sleeping, he doesn't remember that. Or balavad. A child, he knows only how to cry. And the mother or the others who are looking after it feeds him. He doesn't know how to go and get the food. He doesn't know how to cook the food. But the child is fed and it just takes it. In the same way, nidraluvat balavad. He enjoys things that come to him and others given. He accepts it. So it's called a bhiksha. It is unasked to come to him, whatever comes, that he takes. All Mahatmas are not so lucky to have a Gelu Bhai. But Swamiji, when did you get the Gelu Bhai? Prarabdha. Well, there is no other explanation. Nidraluvat balavat. Whatever you give, Nidraluvat balavat. Sopnalokita lokavat jagadidam. And he, Jagat, this entire world of change, the Einsteinian world of constant change. Jagat, jagati iti jagat. Things which are constantly changing. This jagat, this entire universe of names and forms, he sees. Sopnavad. Just as you see Sopna. He understands that this is only a Sopna. It is not real. Because he is awakened. Sopna lokita lokavat. Just as in the Sopna you see a world of its own, in the same way he recognizes the Jagadidam. This is the entire world of plurality and objective world. Pashyan kvajit labdhadhi. Pashit, looking, Pashyan, he experiences it. Kvajit labdhadhi. There is no idea in his buddhi that I have to get something out of it. Nothing. This is a man awakened, doesn't want anything from the dream world. He has no desire for anything. Aste, he sits down. Sits down means he continues living in this world. Kaschir ananda punya bhalabhuk. There sits he who is the resultant of many, many lives of brilliant and glorious divine work of service to mankind. Therefore, he has got all the positive vasanas. His ego is gone. Here stands. It is not an accident, it is a product of a evolution that is concluded. So it is not everyone. Those who had that maturity in themselves. Aste, he remains without a touch of desire for the world of objects because he sees the world of objects as a dream. He knows that they are not real. There he sits. Some rare one who is the product of millions of lives of noble work, and therefore he is full of sattvic vasanas. That individual Bhalabhuk, Dhanya, he is the most holy of holy, most blessed individual. Samanyo Bhuvi. He is not only blessed because of his spiritualization, but people in the world cannot but respect and revere him. Manyo Bhuvi. He is the most reverential or revered guy in the world. Not that he did anything. He didn't speak. Let him just move about. Everybody start feeling. Not that anybody said. The self in you get attracted to his masterliness in himself, his Brahmic knowledge, Brahmic experience divine.
Sita prajño yatirayam Yas sadanandam ashnute Brahmanyeva vilinatma Nirvikaro vinishkriyah.
In the Bhagavad Gita we have 18 verses of Sthita Prajna. The second chapter, in the very opening of the second chapter. You are all learned it? I thought that you have not learned the second chapter. In the very opening of the 12th chapter, 10th chapter, second chapter, there are the 18 verses. "54. 18 verses. The rest is not said by Krishna. 85? So this is the end of the 12th chapter, end of 10th chapter, is it? Not at the beginning. In the second chapter, concluding 18 verses, because Arjuna asked him the question, Sthita prajñasya ka samadhi sthitadim kim kimasida. When he asked the question, he tried to give it a word picture of the man of perfection. The same. Sthita prajna, one who is well established in his prajna, in his greater consciousness. Sthita prajna, prajno, yeti I am this yeti, this man of seeker, let us say. He is putting forth his effort to realize it, this yogi. Sadananda, sadanandam ashnute. He who sada anandam ashnute. He who is experiencing sada at all times voiceless, ecstatic bliss. So one thing is certain, none of us are of that type, isn't it? Are you happy? Why did you smile? Even for artificially smiling, there is no happiness in you. So you are not at Siddha-prajna. The Siddha-prajna is that great saint or sage who is experiencing infinite bliss and beatitude at all times. Brahmanyeva vilinatma. Why is it so? Because he is in contact with Brahman, meaning contact with the total universe, substratum for the whole universe. He has awakened to the highest state of pure consciousness, where there is none of the world of plurality that at this moment we are perceiving through our mental projections. Such an individual, nirvikaro vinishkriya. He is without any nirvikara. There is no modification in him. Now joyful, now happy, now unhappy. No change. Same bliss at all times. Vinishkriya. He has no egocentric desire to fulfill anything by sweating and toiling. His actions are never prompted by his ego or selfishness.
Brahmatmano shodhitayoho eka bhavavagahini nirvikalpa cha chinmatra vrittih prajneti kathyate susthita sa bhavedyasya sthita prajnasa uchyate.
Brahmatmano. Between the Brahman and Atman. Atman, the spark of consciousness in you, in the light of which you came to know your private experiences, physical, mental, and intellectual. That awareness in you is the one awareness in every bosom, each one knowing his own thoughts and actions and feelings. The analysis that the spark of consciousness in me is the spark, the one consciousness ever present everywhere, the substratum of the whole universe. Brahmatmano shodhita yoho. By shodhana, by analyzing, thinking over, and come to grip with it. Eka bhavavagahini. An individual who has understood that both these are one and the same. First you have to analyze that I am conscious of everything. This consciousness is in me. This consciousness illumines everything. This consciousness is a subject. Other than this subject, everything is an object. Object cannot be me. I must be this consciousness. And you reach that state, this consciousness is not my consciousness, but it is the one consciousness wherein all names and forms are merged as the entire dream world is merged in the waking. See? So then here, avagahini, one who has constantly living the vitally that experience of the self in me, is a self everywhere. I am Atma Brahma, one who is living there. Nirvikalpa cha chinmatra. He is nirvikalpa. He has no thoughts of the world objects. Then what is he? Chinmatra. He is only Chit, the consciousness. He is Chidananda. Chinmatra. Chitmaya. Chinmaya. None of the objects of the world outside is any longer entertained in thoughts in his mind. Chinmatra. Vritti prajneti kathyate. This vritti, this thought, thoughtless thought, objectless thought is called prajna, consciousness. So if anybody asks you, you talk about this consciousness, Swami, I can't understand consciousness. You can never understand consciousness. All that you are understanding is only in the light of consciousness. Consciousness cannot be understood. Then what is consciousness? Consciousness is that. No. At that time, you close your eyes and repeat this verse. And not this verse. Ayyo, verse is difficult. That line, second line. That is called consciousness. Which is the consciousness? Where there is nirvikalpa, no thoughts are there. You are no more conscious of any objects. Then what are you? Pure consciousness. Chinmatra. This vritti, this thought, is not a thought. But unless you say thought, the intellect will not understand. This thought of that one pure consciousness where there are no objects. That consciousness, that is called consciousness. Prajneti kalpita. This is called prajna. Now, sustita sa bhavedyasya. He who is permanently staying in that state. Sustitam, never drinking out of it, coming out of it. Constantly in that awareness of pure consciousness. Tasya esya prajna, sthita prajna sauchade. He is called sthita prajna. He is firmly established in the higher knowledge. What is this higher knowledge? Where all your thoughts there is a state of pure consciousness. And when you get established in it, meaning the next thought is not rising, which is the paramavati, the highest reward of uparati. When the mind has withdrawn from this world of objects, that is the highest point, where the next thought is no more rising. At that time, what is left over is consciousness. One who is established in that state of living, vital, directly experiencing that state of consciousness is called sthita prajna. One whose prajna is, wisdom is rooted, well-founded. It never strays from it.
Yasya sthita bhavet prajna Yasyanando nirantaraha Prapancho vismrita prayaha Sajivan mukta ishyate.
When you are really angry with your friend or enemy, very angry, and you're waiting to see him to that, your life's mission is to break his head. So you have kept the lathis all over, because you don't know when I will meet him. Immediately. And you met him. You are so angry. No other thought in your mind. You may be a criminal lawyer, but you have forgotten all law. You take the lathi tried to go behind him and hit him. But he was smart. He suddenly realized that something is coming crawling behind me. He turned back and saw this little worm of a man trying to hit him. He caught the stick. When you are very weak, never carry stick. Because it will be very convenient for your stronger enemy. Because the enemy need not bring one. You borrow it, beat you completely, and leave it with you. So that you have been beaten left and right, blue and black. But you never came to know about it. You are only one thought. Kill him, kill him, kill him. And after beating you completely, he goes away his way. You get up from there. By the time your brother-in-law and others came, after enjoying thoroughly the sight, slowly lifted you and took you home. There you thought, all right, I will take some hot shower. Because after the beating, shower is good, circulation will be all right. And it is then that you say, I got one here. Oh, here is another one. Here. All over the body. He only then become conscious that he had been beaten all over. At that time, he never. Why? Reka vritti. What? Kill him. This man of realization, since his entire mind has gone and lean, dissolved into that one infinite consciousness, he is called a sthita prajna, and therefore, yasya sthita bhavet prajna, he who is sthitam, well established in that prajna, in that state of consciousness, yasya anando nirandara, because that consciousness is all nothing but bliss, the individual who has identified with it experiences that bliss at all times. Prapancho, and what about the prapancha? Prapancha means the play of the five great elements. Prapancha, the world of plurality. What happened to the world of plurality? He is merged there, okay. And there he is experiencing infinite bliss, okay. What about the world that he had, in which he was living before? Prapancha vismrta praya. It is not gone. The world is not gone. You have not destroyed the world. Vismrta praya. It is something that you have forgot. Just as in that great anger when you are being beaten by others, why didn't you feel the pain? Vismrta praya. You have temporarily forgotten that the beatings are coming on my body. You are only thinking of how to kick him. And you suffer. Thus this prapancha, in that exquisite and ecstatic moment of infinite bliss in the consciousness divine, the world of plurality may be there. We are not interested. Vismrta praya is almost forgotten. So, that individual who is experiencing that consciousness, wherein at that time he is not disturbed by the world of plurality. What happened? The world of plurality is vismrta praya. It is only vismaranam, totally as though forgotten. Sa jivan mukta ishyate. He is called a jivan mukta, one who is liberated from the entanglements of the ego and desires. Even while jiva, even while living, all the other members of the community will consider you as one of the population. Those who are counting the population, they will take your name also. Because you are a moving physical body, unnecessarily wasting the social food. The community has got food. You are also sharing it. Hi, hi. So you are moving about. So the schoolmaster who is being asked to find out the total population. Hey, Swami, who is your father, who is your mother, have you married? No. Why? All right, all right. How many children you have? Ityadi foolish questions they will ask, and you will have to answer all that question. Jivan Mukta, liberated even while living in the body. Who is that Jivan Mukta? One who is ever not meditating. That is, the man is not realized. One who has realized, who has merged in it and experiencing its infinite bliss. And the world of plurality in which he was playing all the time, Vismita Praya. It is as though totally forgotten all about it. Sajivan Mukta Ishyate, he is called a Jivan Mukta.
लीनधीरपि जागर्ति जाग्रद्धर्म विवर्जितः बोधो निर्वासनो यस्य सजीवन्मुक्त इष्यते.
Another sign of a Jivan Mukta is being pointed out. Lina dhirapi. Even though his intellect, the mind and intellect, has lina, dissolved away in the Brahman, in a higher state of consciousness. Jagrati. And yet he is alive. Alive? Awake. Even though his mind and intellect is merged in that consciousness, he is still awake. He is still conscious of everything. Because he has become one with consciousness. So though he is Lina Vritti, Lina Buddhi, the mind and intellect, as though you and I in sleep, Linam, dissolved away. And when it is dissolved away, we generally are not conscious of anything. But here he is an individual. From the standpoint of the world of BMI, PFT, OAT, he is asleep. But he is extremely awake to the higher state. Lina dhirapi jagarti. Jagrad dharma vivarjitaha. And yet, hey, so he has awakened. Ayya, Swamiji, then he will see his wife and children and want to embrace. No! Jagrad dharma vivarjitaha. He has none of the qualities of the waker. Yet he is awake. Awake to the higher state, to the God state of consciousness. He is not awake to the stupid world of names and forms. That he has already rejected. As the srak, the garland around the horns of a cow, as a shadow. He doesn't want even to remember. As something vomited. Think? Then he is awake. Awake to what? Awake to a new dimension of consciousness. which the dreamer will never understand. How much he may explain to the waker, the dream children, that I am awake now. He will never understand. The dreamer himself cannot understand until he wakes up. Jagrati. In the dream, you can go for a travel, a pilgrimage, and then we went to Chatti, and there in the night we cooked food, and then we were so tired, so we all slept. Next day early morning we woke up, and then packed up everything, carrying the luggage. We walked again another 10 kilometers, whatever it is, 20 kilometers, okay. This is waking in dream. This is not waking. So in the dream, many days you can sleep and wake up. There also in the dream world we will say woke up, but on waking up from it you understand that that was not real waking up. Real waking up is now. Now you are in another dream. That I am the dreamer, waker, sleeper, dreamer. Then when you wake up to the real truth, at that time, an individual who has thus Leena Dhira Vijagarti Jagrad Dharma Vivarjitaha. He has none of the qualities of the Jagrat Vastu. Jagrat times, you have got desire, agitations, actions, egocentric actions, desire-prompted actions. None of these things are there. But he is awake. Yes, he is awake. Awake to a new dimension of consciousness. Bodho nirvasano yasya. He has got bodha, consciousness. But alas, he cannot be conscious of anything. Why? Everything is projected by the vasanas. The causal body. The causal body is transcendent. Therefore there is no cause, and therefore the world of plurality is not available. To him, to become conscious of. So bodha without vasana. Our knowledge is all bodha is with vasana. According to the vasana, we project each individual our own world of understanding and misunderstanding, 100 things. Here, bodha, knowledge without vasana. Bodho nirvasana, nirvasano yasya. He who has got that bodha without any vasana, without any, no more any new projections coming out of it. Sajivan mukta ishyade. He is called a jivan mukta. Read.
Shanta samsara kalanaha kalavanapi nishkalaha yasya chittam vinischintam sajivan mukta ishyate.